All right, let's dive in. We're going to pull back the curtain on something that runs pretty much everything in our world, but can feel like total magic: computers and programming. And our goal here is super simple. We're going to strip away all that mystery and show you the powerful, creative logic that's really hiding underneath it all. Ready? Let's get into it.
So let's just start with a kind of wild thought. What if you could actually speak the secret language of machines? And I'm not talking about just, clicking a mouse or tapping a screen. I mean really communicating your ideas to them directly, telling them exactly what to build, what to figure out, what problem to solve. Sounds like sci-fi, right? Well, it's not. At its core, that is exactly what programming is. And that right there brings us to our first big idea. I want you to start thinking of this as your own personal superpower. Seriously. And get this. It's a superpower that has way less to do with being some kind of math genius and everything to do with just being a really good, creative problem solver.
So think of programming like a Swiss Army knife. It's this incredible universal tool. You can use it to automate all the boring, repetitive stuff in your life. I mean, just imagine turning that 2-hour report you do every single week into a script that runs in like 10 seconds flat. Or you could use it like a paintbrush to build something totally creative, like an interactive website. It's a tool for cracking real-world puzzles, and this is the best part, for taking an idea that's just floating around in your head and actually bringing it to life. It really is a superpower you can apply to pretty much any field.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this superpower, we have to understand the machine itself, right? So let's talk about the thinking machine. We're going to ask a really basic question. What is a computer, really? Let's peel back all the layers of complexity and just look at what's at the very heart of it. And you know what? The answer is shockingly simple. At its core, a computer is nothing more than a machine that follows instructions. That's it. But it follows them very, very fast. It's not smart in the way a person is. It doesn't have intuition. It doesn't have flashes of creativity. It's just a super fast, super obedient servant that does exactly what you tell it to do, which, by the way, is both its greatest strength and its biggest weakness.
And this is a great way to picture how it all works. Every computer is really split into two big parts. You've got the hardware. That's all the physical stuff you can actually touch. The screen, the keyboard, the chips inside. Then you have the software. That's the set of instructions that tells all that hardware what to do. The kitchen analogy here is just perfect. The hardware is your kitchen, the oven, the bowls, all the ingredients. But what good is a kitchen without a recipe book? That's the software. The kitchen can't do a thing on its own. You absolutely need both to bake the cake.
Okay, so if the hardware is just sitting there waiting for instructions, that leads to the next big question, doesn't it? How do we give it those instructions? How do we, as humans, actually talk to a hunk of silicon and plastic? Let's figure out how we bridge that gap.
And here's the secret. This is the absolute key. Deep, deep down at the most basic level, computers are ridiculously simple. They only understand two things, based on whether electricity is flowing or not: on and off. That's it. You can literally think of it like a massive grid with millions of tiny light switches. We just represent on with the number 1 and off with the number 0. This system is called binary, and it is the native language of every single computer on the planet.
Now, obviously, nobody wants to sit there typing out millions of ones and zeros. That would be a complete nightmare. So over time, we've built up layers to make it easier for us humans. We started with that raw machine language. You see it there, that crazy stream of binary. Then we got a little smarter with assembly language, which used short little codes that were a bit easier to remember. But the real game changer was the invention of high-level languages. Think Python, JavaScript, things like that. They use words that look a lot like English. So when you type something simple like print hi, there's a special program working behind the scenes, like a translator, that takes your simple command and converts it all the way down into the ones and zeros the machine actually gets.
And that brings us perfectly to this idea of the recipe book. I've been using words like instructions and recipes, but the official name for one of these complete recipes for a computer is a program.
And here's what that really means. A program is just a list of steps, a sequence of instructions that you write in one of those programming languages we just mentioned. The computer then follows those steps to get a specific job done. And I mean any job, from a simple little app that calculates a tip all the way up to a massive video game rendering a whole 3D world. At the end of the day, it's all just a program.
Let's make this super concrete. Look at the simple recipe. Our goal, just to say hi to the user. So what are the steps? Well, first we have to ask the user for their name. Then step 2, we need to save that name somewhere, store it in the computer's memory. And finally, step 3, we display the message, hello.
and then add the name we just saved. Boom, that's a program. And honestly, every single app on your phone, no matter how complicated it seems, is built out of these same kinds of simple, logical steps, just a lot more of them.
And this quote just nails it. We always talk about the magic of software, right? But it's not magic at all. It's logic. It's the art of taking a really big, complicated problem and breaking it down into a bunch of very clever, very specific instructions that a machine, which is dumb but super fast, can follow perfectly.
So where does all this leave us? Well, we're at the final and maybe most important part. What will you build? Because, and you might not even realize it yet, in just the last few minutes, you've actually wrapped your head around the core ideas that power our entire digital world.
So let's do a super quick recap of the big takeaways. 1. A computer is just a machine that follows instructions really, really fast. 2. Hardware is the physical stuff. Software is the set of instructions. Kitchen and recipe book, remember? 3. A program is the recipe. It's the step-by-step guide. And 4. Programming languages are just our way of writing those recipes so that we humans can actually understand them. See? It all fits together.
So I'm going to leave you with this thought. We started this whole thing by asking what it would be like to speak the secret language of machines. Well, guess what? You now understand the basic grammar of that language. You get the fundamental ideas. So the only real question left is, now that you know the secret, now that you have this superpower, what problem are you going to solve first?